Hi, Glenn Phillips here with Lake Homes Realty and lakehomes.com. So today I'm going to talk to you about 5 ways to know if a real estate agent is a lake expert real estate agent. So clearly the first one's going to be their history. Even if they've sold lots of property, the lake's a different creature. Do they have experience listing homes or helping people buy homes at the lake? Not just a transaction, but a number of these transactions. The lake expert agent's going to be familiar with these types of properties and how different they all are. So that's something you learn by doing, and you learn by being knowledgeable. Even if someone grew up on a lake, that doesn't mean they know all the things to ask about the lake transaction. For instance, number 2 on my list of ways to know is water knowledge. Lakes vary by seasonality. Water levels go up and down. It may vary how much it goes up and down from year to year. It can also even vary from day to day. It may also be adjusted based on preparation of floods. What is that water knowledge that they can just off the top of their head tell you, here's how the water works at this lake? Which also leads us to another type of knowledge, and that has to do with regulations. Lakes are regulated by some entity, whether it's a Corps of Engineer or a public utility or a private entity, and they may have regulations about what you can and can't do on the water. What type of motorcraft are allowed or not? Can you have a jet ski or not? Are you allowed to have a sailboat or not? What are the restrictions? And so do they know these regulations that are very unique? Because it's not just HOA rules, at your subdivision in town. This is something that is, the water affects the property that you're going to buy. And do they know the lake regulations on that, including the shoreline regulations, which vary from lake to lake. You may not can build a dock, you may can replace a dock, you may need a permit, you may or may not can cut down vegetation. Do they know these things? Another way to know if your real estate agent is a lake expert agent is, do they do more than just generic out-of-area marketing of lake homes for sale? So what do I mean by generic? I mean, generic is where an agent does what they do any market. They take the home, they put in the MLS, and it gets syndicated out to portals with everything else. But does the agent that's a real lake expert agent knows most buyers for lake real estate are coming from somewhere else and they want to engage that specific market? It's one of the things why we built lakehomes.com. This attracts the type of buyer who knows they want a lake home and they may not even know which part of the country, or they're in part of the country they may not know which lake. We built that tool because we needed more than generic marketing, and we have 1 in 30 U.S. adults used lakehomes.com last year alone to look for and find their dream lake home. So the agent needs to actually, if they're a lake expert, they need to be able to market besides more than just the neighbors and doing what everybody in the country does to just throw it out there to the portals. But they need to know how to specifically target lake home buyers that live in different states. And the other way to tell if they're a lake real estate agent is if you start to ask them about these things and they sort of dismiss it. They just are dismissive. They may not even know what they don't know. Oh yeah, well I've done lots of transactions and this is going to be the same at the lake. That's not true. So if you're asking them and they're dismissive of the questions and they can't answer these questions, that's a real sign that what they really want in many cases is they love that this is a great price point for a real estate agent and it's an exciting product to sell and list. It's fun for a real estate agent to get involved if they've never been at the lake. And so they may not even know what they don't know, but man, they're excited to get in that lake market even if they're not an expert. It's great they want to learn, but if you're buying or selling lake property, that may not be to your advantage to be their training wheels. No offense to them, they'll learn it, but maybe they do that by working with a lake expert agent. That's what we have built here. Is we need lake expert agents, and you can find them on lakehomes.com, where our agents are the lake expert for their market, and they have the power and reach of lakehomes.com to find those buyers from across the country. So that's my 5 ways to know if a real estate agent is not a lake expert. I hope that's helpful for you if you're thinking of buying or selling lake property. Hope you'll visit us at lakehomes.com, where you find that expert agent. You can find tens of thousands of homes for sale right now, and lots of helpful videos and tips just like these if you're interested in learning more about the lake lifestyle and lake real estate. Hey, I thank you for your time today. Be safe and have a great day. For more information, be sure to check out lakehomes.com.